to the Open Scoring MMA podcast. No secrets, no bias, just the real fight game. Let's get ready.
Welcome to Open Scoring MMA. This is episode 39 for July 28, 2026. Your daily look at what's happening now and next across the world of MMA and UFC. Dana White has just dropped an update on Conor McGregor's recovery, and honestly, it's not the news fans were hoping for. Following his return, White has shared a timeline for McGregor's return that suggests we won't be seeing him back in the octagon anytime soon. This is a tough pill to swallow for anyone who was looking forward to seeing the notorious one back in action, especially after such a long layoff. The anticipation for his last fight was through the roof, and for it to end the way it did, only to be followed by another extended period on the sidelines, it's just a real gut punch for the fan base. It leaves you wondering what the future truly holds for one of the sport's biggest stars. Will he ever get back to his old form, or are we seeing the twilight of a legendary career? Only time will tell, but this latest update certainly doesn't inspire immediate confidence. Speaking of big names, word is Islam Makhachev is already playing mind games. We're hearing Makhachev claims he knows Ian Garry's game plan, and he's not shy about mocking it. He's been quoted saying, "He runs too much," when analyzing his next opponent's strategy. This kind of trash talk, especially from a champion and the #1 pound-for-pound ranked fighter, really heats up the atmosphere. It's a classic move. Try to get inside your opponent's head, make them doubt themselves, or even provoke them into changing their approach. Whether Garry will take the bait or stick to his guns remains to be seen, but Makhachev is definitely setting the stage for a fiery encounter. You gotta love the psychological warfare that goes on before these big matchups. And on the undercard of that very same UFC 330 event, Michael Morales is serving as the backup fighter for the main event. Morales is looking to cement his next shot at the top, and a strong performance on such a high-profile card would certainly help his cause. It's a great opportunity for him to showcase his skills and climb the welterweight ladder. These undercard fights are often where future stars are forged, and Morales is definitely a name to watch. He's got the talent, and now he's got the platform. In other news, Jake Paul is back at it, calling out Dana White. This time, it's over White's softened stance on boxing's traditional organizations. Paul has been a vocal critic of White in the UFC for a while now, and he's clearly enjoying pointing out what he sees as inconsistencies or hypocrisies. It's a classic Paul move, always looking for a way to stir the pot and keep his name in the headlines. Whether White will respond directly or just let it slide remains to be seen. But it's another chapter in their ongoing, often contentious rivalry. You can always count on Jake Paul to keep things interesting outside the cage. Meanwhile, Dana White is also looking to expand Zuffa Boxing, hoping to add Gervonta Davis to the promotion's growing stable. This comes after already signing Shakur Stevenson. White is clearly serious about making Zuffa Boxing a major player in the boxing world, and bringing in top-tier talent like Davis would be a huge statement. The idea of potentially matching Davis up against Stevenson is a mouth-watering prospect for boxing fans. It shows White's ambition to put together big, exciting fights, and it could be a game-changer for the boxing landscape if he pulls it off. He's not just dabbling, he's going all in. Moving over to the PFL, Dakota Ditcheva is preparing for her return to action, but she's admitting she's still fighting fear following a serious hand injury. Hand injuries can be particularly debilitating for fighters, affecting everything from striking power to grappling control. It takes a lot of mental fortitude to step back into the cage after such an injury, especially when you're still battling the psychological impact. We've seen many fighters struggle with this, and it's a testament to Ditcheva's toughness that she's pushing through it. We wish her all the best in her recovery and her upcoming fight. It's a reminder of the immense physical and mental toll this sport takes on its athletes. Dan Hooker is also making headlines, vowing to ruin Saladin Parnass's UFC debut at UFC Paris. Hooker is known for his aggressive style and his willingness to take on all comers, and he's clearly not looking to give Parnass a warm welcome to the UFC. Debuts are always high-pressure situations, and facing a seasoned veteran like Hooker only amplifies that. Hooker's intention to ruin the debut is a clear statement of intent, and it sets up what promises to be a very exciting fight in Paris. You know Hooker is going to bring the fight, and Parnass will have to be ready for a baptism by fire. In the world of bare-knuckle boxing, former UFC stars Darren Till and Yoel Romero are set to collide at BKFC 94. This is a fascinating matchup, bringing together two fan favorites from the UFC who are now trying their hand in the brutal world of bare-knuckle fighting. Till and Romero both have reputations for being tough, exciting fighters, and seeing them go at it without gloves is sure to be a spectacle. It's a new chapter for both of them, and it'll be interesting to see how their skills translate to this different, more raw form of combat. This is definitely one for the hardcore fight fans. Arman Tsarukyan is staying busy, booking a match against an Indian influencer. This comes as his Charles Oliveira title fight is reportedly finalized. It's an interesting move for Tsarukyan, taking on an influencer fight while also having a major title bout on the horizon. It shows a willingness to stay active and perhaps build his brand outside of traditional MMA. It's a sign of the times, with many fighters looking to capitalize on their popularity in different ways. But the real focus for fans will be that title fight against Oliveira, which promises to be an absolute barn burner. Over in ONE Championship, undefeated flyweight prospect Davi Brandao is officially set for his debut. Brandao comes in with a perfect record and a reputation as an aggressive finisher, so he's definitely one to watch in the flyweight division. ONE Championship continues to bring in exciting talent, and Brandao's debut is another example of that. It's always exciting to see a highly touted prospect make their first appearance on a big stage. On the topic of prospects, UFC prospect Navajo Sterling has revealed his stance on fighting City Kickboxing teammates. He doesn't believe he's on a collision course with his training partners in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. This is a common issue for fighters who train at top gyms with multiple UFC-level athletes in the same weight classes. It's a delicate balance between competition and camaraderie, and Sterling's perspective highlights the respect and understanding that often exists within these elite training environments. It's good to see that he's focused on his own path without the added pressure of potentially facing a teammate. And finally, fans got a clear look at Ilia Topuria following his brutal UFC loss. He and his brother Alexandra were in attendance for Guram Kutataladze's engagement party. It's good to see Topuria out and about, especially after a tough loss. It's a reminder that these fighters are still people with lives outside the octagon, and that they support each other through thick and thin. It's part of the community aspect of the sport, and it's always nice to see fighters showing that kind of solidarity. Nora, we've got an OSM pick today that's got me scratching my head a little. Our system is calling Paddy Pimblett to win against Conor McGregor. Now, I love Paddy, you know that. He's our guy. But McGregor? Even after a loss, that's a big name.
It's Duke, and the model acknowledges the market's perception. The betting line implies McGregor has about a 58% chance of winning. However, our model is giving Paddy Pimblett a roughly 68% chance. We're seeing a significant value here.
68%? That's a strong lean. What's driving that confidence? Is it just the Paddy factor?
Not just the Paddy factor, though his recent form is certainly a component. The top reasons are that form favors Pimblett, and the style matchup also favors him. The model has identified specific aspects of their respective fighting styles that give Paddy a distinct advantage in this hypothetical matchup.
So the eye test, which usually leans towards the bigger name, is getting overruled by the numbers here. It's a value pick, you say?
Absolutely. We're more confident in Paddy's chances than the market is, making it a value pick for us. The model isn't swayed by the star power, it's purely analyzing the data points.
All right, I'm always happy to hear good news about Paddy. Our system's got Paddy Pimblett to win against Conor McGregor with a 68% chance, which is higher than the betting line. The model says form and style favor our boy Paddy. I like it. And that wraps up another edition of Open Scoring MMA. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for all the latest news and analysis from the world of mixed martial arts. We'll be back with more updates, more insights, and more of what makes this sport the best in the world. Until then, keep those hands up and your chins down. Before you go, two quick things. Check out our free fight tracker at tracker.openscoringmma.com with every upcoming UFC and PFL card, live odds, and where to watch all in one place. And follow us on YouTube. Just search Open Scoring MMA for breaking news alerts, fight breakdowns, and videos you won't get here on the feed. That's it for today's Open Scoring MMA. Keep your hands up, and we'll see you next time.